you doing? Thanks for hanging out with us again. Today we got something really special. We had a chance to be on Michigan Out of Doors TV, and they did a whole segment on our lure making and stuff. And we'd like to say a special thank you to that certain someone who called Michigan Out of Doors and told them about our story. And well, let's check it out. Here it goes.
Michigan Out of Doors Online is brought to you in part by Tri-County Logging. Experienced in sustainable forestry practices, Tri-County Logging can help you manage your property by keeping your woods healthy and generate income. Serving southern and mid-Michigan for nearly 50 years, TriCountyLogging.com.
Hi everyone, welcome to Michigan Out of Doors. I'm Jenny Silik, and we've got an exciting all-new show in store for you this week, and we're going to be all across the state. We'll kick it off over on the Sunrise side of the Mitten, where we hit Lake Huron out of Oscoda for a picture-perfect day of fishing. You won't want to miss that story. And Jimmy and Jordan are going to be in a couple of other corners of the state this week.
Well, that's right, Jenny. We do have a couple more stories on this week's show. Jordan Brown is going to take us above the bridge, show you a really cool fish camp up there, and then I'm going to head down near Kalamazoo and visit with the father and a couple of his boys that are making their own lures. Lots of good stuff on this week's show. You stay tuned. I'm Jimmy Gretzinger, and it's time for Michigan Out of Doors.
From the first spring rains to the soft summer breeze, dancing on the pine forest floor, the autumn colors catch your eyes. Here come the crystal winter skies. It's Michigan, Michigan Out of Doors.
What a beautiful day in the woods.
Someday our children all will see this is their finest legacy, the wonder and the love of Michigan. As the wind comes whispering through the trees, the sweet smell of nature's in the air. From the Great Lakes to the quiet stream, shining like a sportsman's dream, it's a love of Michigan we all share.
Michigan Out of Doors is presented by Country Smokehouse, a sportsman's meat processor and Michigan destination since 1988. Offers a variety of homemade smoked meats and Michigan-made products in-store and online. The Country Smokehouse features an outdoor barbecue and bar. Details at countrysmokehouse.com. By Angler Quest Pontoons. Angler Quest is a Michigan-based company building boats designed for comfort and fishing functionality. For more information about the 2022 models, anglerquestpontoons.com. By Polar Craft Boats, offering riveted and welded boats for the outdoor enthusiast. Whether you're targeting fish or waterfowl, Polar Craft Boats have several models to choose from that keep you high and dry. For more information, polarcraft.com.
State of Michigan, many of us have a favorite lure. Well, just imagine you could make your own lures, pretty much whatever you wanted at any time. Well, that's what you're going to see in this next story.
A week or so back found me in Kalamazoo at the shop of John Sweet and his two boys, Xander and Zane. I had heard about the incredible plastics that they make, and so here I was to see it in person. I have to say I had no idea what an art form this really is. The color options are endless, the shapes, the sparkle. I was learning a lot, and our goal was to see it all happen and if time to hit the water to test out the lures.
I thought we'd do a bluegill flash, and we're going to do a laminate. So on these rippers you can see what it's going to do. It's going to split it in half, and we're going to have one color up on top and then a belly color on the bottom.
Okay.
So what we got to make sure is that it's going the right direction. And then we'll clamp it all up. And you'll see after it comes to temp, it runs like crystal clear. And then that's when I'll pull up our recipe that we use the same recipe for certain colors. And we're going to do a bluegill flash. It's a real common color.
Once we had the plastic up to temp, the coloring process begins. With a different recipe for each lure, it was pretty impressive to see how these lures start to take shape.
So you really want to start with a little bit at a time. And this whole cup, we'll start with 3. See how quick that turns? Now in the cup it's going to look very dark, but you'll see, mix it in real good, and you'll see when you pour it out, it's a nice light smoke. And so that's what the top color, the base of the top color will be. And then we'll add the flake in a minute. But
the amount of sparkle that you put in and the color you choose can give you some lures that are very unique.
Very little bit of this, just a little bit to pepper it. Just add like a little like salt and food, just a little pepper in it. And that goes in the belly. See, it's starting to gel up again, so we'll have to put it back in. And see, now that adds just that light little pepper to it. Now we're gonna put them in there and suck those up through here, place them on there, and then move it into, gotta pick it up and move into each cavity. And after we're done, we're gonna top it all off along the bottom, or along the top. So, let's see what happens. We go 1, 2, 3, 4.
So you're just pushing down on that?
Yep, slowly push down and hold a little bit of pressure once you get to the bottom.
It didn't take more than a few minutes and the plastics were done. I can see how this could be a ton of fun for John and his 2 boys.
Because as the plastic cools, it's going to draw in. So you'll, let me just open it and show you. Let's see if they all come on the right time. So it's got these gates. So as the plastic cools, you got to make sure these are topped off because that's where the air bubbles could come in. But yeah, and then these are good to handle. You can pull these out, make sure the tails aren't stuck in there to get. And then that's one order of baby bass. You can really see how the flake and everything we put in from the top is only, see it's split. It's only on the top from where that's where you got a clean laminate. And then you can see that belly, that clear belly, that snow shine puts like that pearly shine on that belly.
We decided to hit the water for a bit down on the St. Joe River, and John told me how he got started making lures after the tragedy of losing his wife to cancer just a few years back.
She lost her battle on September 1st, 2018. And so from then on, I figure I'm a 40-year-old widow all of a sudden. And at the time, the boys are 3 and 5. I'm like, what am I going to do? And Xander starts kindergarten, his first year of kindergarten, the same week that his mama passed away. So we spent that first school year just getting through the emotion process of losing her. And then springtime comes and we started, I'm like, what am I going to do with these guys, I want to be outside with them, so I went out and got them some cheap fishing stuff. And so we started fishing, and they took a shine to it right away. And then one day I just decided I'm going to try it and got all the stuff. And I just started out with just a worm mold and a craw mold, and it all started from there. And then after that, we ended up getting a lot more molds, and then where we come up with our name, 513 Lure Works, because we were married May 13th. So 513 is for her. So that's our way of always honoring the person she was and keeping her with us.
It sometimes amazes me how folks can take the hard things that life throws at them and somehow not only make it through, but to see good even through the pain. John not only is being there for his kids, but the love of fishing and now lure making, well, it's bringing them closer together. And who knows, maybe changing the fishing industry one plastic bait at a time here in Michigan's Out of Doors.
Thanks so much for joining us this week for Michigan Out of Doors. Make sure you stay tuned in upcoming weeks. There's all sorts of summertime fun still headed your way on the show here. We'll take you to northern Michigan to do some fishing. We'll do some underwater activities as well, and everything in between. If you'd like to see where we are and where we're headed next, you can always check us out online.
Well, that's right, Jenny. Online is a good way to kind of keep tabs on us. Of course, you can do that through our website, social media platforms, YouTube, lots of places that you can be checking us out. And make sure you are joining us over the next several weeks. So much good stuff coming, so many things to do around the state of Michigan. Get out and enjoy it. And if we don't see you in the woods or on the water, hopefully we'll see you right back here next week on your PBS station.
Michigan Out of Doors is presented by.
Do you dream of somewhere bigger than your backyard? You can get there with Greenstone. Whether you want to hunt, fish, hike, or just watch the sunset.
All right, well, thanks for hanging out with us. I hope you enjoyed that. That was a lot of fun. We had a good time. And we'd like to say a special thank you to that guy who a customer who became a good friend talked to Michigan Outdoors about our story. And we really can't thank you enough, man. We appreciate it. And until next time, as always,
thanks for watching Sweet Boys Outdoors.